So that's probably better. Okay. So now.
Got you.
Hey. Okay, I gotta finish this video for a sec, and I'll be all done. I use this. I think you're the one who recommended it to me in the first place, but as you can see, it's well used. So I have another part on here that's for contouring. That's some powder that I used today. I don't really care. So this side I use for the contouring. So I will use it like that. I just kind of like swoop it up into it, like kind of making a line. And I contour it down. Just blend it on in. It looks a lot more dramatic on this video than it actually is in the mirror. So I can show you in different light when I'm all done what it looks like. Same thing, just kind of swoop again. Same thing on this side. When I first started contouring, I was doing it all wrong. I was contouring like, I feel like I looked like the Joker. I was, contouring from like here up, and now I feel like it makes my cheeks look a lot slimmer if I do it from like the top of my ear down like the top of my cheekbone, not like the shadow of the cheekbone. I blend it into the shadow, but like I start at the top. Whereas before I was starting in the shadow and going down, and I look back on some pictures and I'm like, wow, I really had no idea what I was doing. And I probably still don't, but that's okay. Okay, so that's done. Now I take the same part, kind of dab a little bit, and I do my nose. I'm very slight on this. I don't hardly even like push. But I will just contour the side of my nose like this. You can see it better on this side, I'm sure. Just go up and I make sure I get it in that shadow right there, like swoop down. And I make sure I get underneath my nose so it looks like I've got a smaller nose. So, I'm not sure if you can tell the difference on this one, on my nose in the video. Again, I'll go at a different light when I'm all done so you can see what I actually did. It's kind of hard in this house to find good light, at least down here. So, my nose is contoured, my cheeks are contoured. Now from my forehead, I use a brush. I have used the Beauty Blender before, but it's so much easier to do a brush since it's just such a big space. So I'll just like lightly do it. And just kind of try to connect it into my hair and onto the sides. And then I just kind of blend with the brush on the sides where I did it before. And then I do my neck really quickly. And a little bit on my ears again, so it just looks a little bit more natural. So, there you go. After I let this if I kind of feel like I overdid it on my nose, I will take up the powder side of the blender and blend in my contour on my nose. So it just lightens it up a little bit. And it really does help it blend in. And I actually kind of do this on the sides as well if I feel like I overdid it. So that always helps. And you can do it up here too. So I like doing that. That's just me though. Sorry, this video is like 20 minutes long, so feel free to just stop. Alright, so I'm doing the same blush you introduced me to, taking the bottom of it, just kind of rubbing it into it a little bit. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Just basically at the top of the contour, that's where I do it. Same thing. Sometimes I smile to make sure I get the apples with my cheeks. Sometimes I do a little bit up here, just like the rest of it. So that's done. Alright, now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I don't know if you care to see that or not. I know you don't really do yours, which is great. If I didn't overpluck mine in high school, I probably wouldn't do mine, so. But if you're curious, I've actually recommended this stuff to like 7 different friends, and they all love it and use it. This is called Anastasia Dip Brow, and you buy the little brush too. It's awesome. I love it. It's waterproof. It's amazing. So I've had this little jar for over a year, and I'm still going strong, so it is worth it. So I always use a little mirror for this. It took me a while to learn how to do this too. It was really tricky at first, but now it's pretty quick, so. Like, I recommended this stuff to Katie after she went through chemo, so she lost her eyebrow hair. So I helped her with it for an hour the other day. She loves it now, so her brows look so natural now, it's pretty crazy. You would never know she didn't even have hair, so. Yeah, again, if you don't want to do this part, feel free to fast forward. So there's the brow. Gotta do the other side really quick. It's crazy how, like, after you do something for so long, it's just like second nature. These used to take me, it was seriously like 15 minutes per brow, and they still looked overdone and unnatural. But with practice, it all comes in time. So. Dylan is watching Little Einsteins, if you were curious. Okay, brows done. Blend a tad more on this one. And on me, brows make a big difference. I cannot go out of the house without doing these. If I have to choose one thing to do, if I'm going to school on a Saturday morning or something, this is what I do. Because without this, my brows are basically non-existent. So, as you could see. So, try to make them look natural. I use this side of the brush to start them out really light, and they kind of just get darker as they go. So, there you go. Okay, brows are done.
Mama.
Yeah, babe. What?
What's
What's
wrong?
wrong? Nothing's wrong, babe. Alright, I'm gonna go on to do eyeshadow. I use the Naked palette. This stuff is awesome. It's expensive. I think this palette was, oh gosh, I've had it for years. It's been like 2 years now. And it's like, and I use it quite a bit. And it's still got years left. So I only use some of the colors though, so it may not be worth it. Sorry, I just got a text. I'm moving it. So I use this side, and another good thing to make your just kind of highlight. There's the lightest color, You could use it with any eyeshadow. You have to use this one. Your brow bone. I just use the lightest color on my brow bone. Just kind of makes it pop a little bit. So, and then I'll use the lighter color all over my eyelid. I couldn't remember the word, sorry. I've read and I've heard it's best to do the light color all over the entire thing because it gives you a good base to make it all even, I guess. So I use that. I use the lightest color with one side of the brush, and then there's a little bit of a dark. Do you hear the Goosebumps music? Just listen. He's watching Goosebumps. Oh my gosh. But he can't. He's afraid of bugs. I don't really get it. But anyway, so I'll demonstrate like a slight smoky eye that I do. It's not dramatic or anything. So I'll go ahead and do like a little bit of so this is the lightest one I just used. I'm going to use this shade. It's a white tan. Just kind of on the outside. You'll see it better with the other eyelid, but kind of go up into the wing with that, not on top of it, just not like on the wing, just on top of the wing. So you can see that a little bit. Then I'll flip the brush, so I've got a light side of the brush, a dark side. I'll go into this one. I just use first, second, and then I'm gonna use this one. It's a dark, it's like it's a brown, but it's not super dark or anything. But it's kind of as dark as I dare to go, because I don't really know much about this, but I've taught myself how to do this one, and I like how it looks, and it's simple and easy and quick, and it's not complicated, so I do it. And again, I just kind of do where I did the light tan. I kind of just on the outer part of the lid. I don't go in, it's only on the half outside. I don't go into the middle part. So I kind of try to go up into the crease on that. Like that. And then I go back to the light side of my brush and go back into the lightest one. And I'll get these two. I'll start with this and get this on top of it. And then go into the inner part to make it. And I'll just kind of. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's about as smoky as I get. I've done it darker, but I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit darker on the bottom right here. But yeah, I'm not super daring when it comes to this. And then, again, I told you down here, I'm using the lightest one. It's like white. I'm putting it on the bottom because, like I said, I just read somewhere that it makes your eyes bigger, and I feel like that's true, so. Alright, so eyebrows are done, or not eyebrows, eyeshadow. But, so my eyeliner's still there, but it's not as dark as it was. So, I go back over it with this pen I showed you yesterday. And I'm just super slight about it. I don't sit there and like fuss. Just kind of make sure the eyeliner has the definition again like it did before. There you go. Because when I'm doing the eyeshadow, I try not to get it on the eyeliner, but sometimes it's impossible, so. There it is. So, side needs a little bit more. Okay. So, there's that. Then I have mascara, and I'm all done. So, Where did the lid go? Crap. Oh, there it is again.